What's up, guys? Jason Wardrop here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about some advanced Facebook marketing strategies, and if you're brand new to real estate, some of the first campaigns that you should get going, and then if you're kind of like, you've been in real estate for a little bit of time, what you should be doing, and kind of like the 3 or 4 different lead generation campaigns you should be running on Facebook to get maximum exposure and maximum leads. All right, so if you guys have been watching the channel over the last couple of days, I've been talking about a few of the different campaigns if you're brand new to real estate to tap into some of the low-hanging fruit. All right, so the first one right here, this is like a remarketing or retargeting campaign. All right, so basically what you're going to do there, so I'm just going to type it and just remarket. So basically what you're going to do there is you're going to take all of your contacts from your leads database, so Outlook, LinkedIn, Gmail. If you have existing leads from some other source, you're going to take those and upload those into Facebook. And actually, if you go back and watch the video a couple days ago, it's called the #1 way to generate leads on Facebook and Instagram. I actually dive into Facebook and I show you exactly how to do that, all right? And the cool thing about this is if you're brand new to real estate, this is getting you in front of your warm market, okay? And you can literally just spend $1 a day and get in front of all those people. Okay, so the second thing you want to do, and this is actually a video I just shot last week, and that is going through and targeting. Well, actually, I'm not going to put targeting. It's too hard to write. I'm just going to say referral campaigns. Okay, so I shot that video. I showed you guys exactly how to go through and to set those up. So basically, you're going to be shooting a video and targeting different mortgage brokers, insurance agents, people who do title, maybe financial advisors even, so just different people that you can really go through and build a network with. And if you got if you follow exactly what I did in my video just this last week, I'll try to link to it just like up here in the top. But if you follow that exact strategy right there, you're going to be seen as kind of the powerhouse of advertising, marketing, and all these people are going to be wanting to work with you. They want to do business with you as opposed to you just like begging them to do business with them. Okay, so that's going to be super, super powerful. So you got the remarketing campaign, and this is all specifically Facebook, right? We've talked about on previous episodes of this channel of going through and marketing on YouTube, email, Facebook, Instagram. This is very interesting, guys. I'll actually shoot a video about this probably tomorrow. Some of the stats, I was looking up just social media stats from 2017, and it was going and showing how powerful Facebook is, and and Instagram and Facebook Messenger, all these things. But then I saw some stats comparing it to email marketing, and it blew me away that the ROI on email marketing is 40 times that of anything in social media. All right, and there's a number of studies done by like all these top marketing research groups, and so it was pretty crazy to see that email, as old school as it may seem, and as old school as it may be, it's still super, super powerful, especially if you're going through and shooting off an email to your warm market, people who already know who you are. Okay, so you've got your remarketing campaign, you got your referral campaign, and then you got your number 3, you got for new leads. Okay. And so right here, we'll just say lead gen, and that's to your cold market, right? Okay, so if you think about this, and this is a number of different things you can do, but so first is basically going through and shooting, like if you've got a listing, doing a campaign, and I've got tons and tons of trainings on how to go through and show you how to get leads for listings. I mean, we're getting leads for like $1 to $3 per lead on average with listings, right? Or buyer leads or seller leads. So this right here, this one's tapping into your cold network, just building out your network and bringing them in to then be able to go through and remarket and then also hit them up to potentially get referrals. Okay, so the way this whole thing works, like the nice thing is in real estate, if you're brand new, you can focus on remarketing your existing audience and going through and doing like email and all that stuff, because you have friends, you have a network. But if you're brand new to an area, you might have to focus on this lead gen one right at first. But the interesting thing, and this is true in any business, it doesn't matter if you're in real estate, mortgage, if you're in software like me doing lead generation, you can be profitable right here on the front end of lead generation, but all your money is made on the back end. Okay, and so like for example, I go through and I sell our main course. Our main thing is $1,000. You get 6 months access to their software, training templates, all this stuff. And when I'm going in marketing to a cold audience, it costs me about $250, $300 to make one of those sales, and just an advertising ad spend, bringing in those leads. But then when I'm doing these remarketing campaigns, guys, I can make a sale on that for like $30 to $50 because they already are familiar with who I am. They know who I am, and I can have a much smaller budget. So like whereas like right here, you guys might be spending just $1 a day, and then down here it might be let's say $10 a day. So obviously 10 times the or 10 times the spend, but you can see dramatically more ROI with this remarketing campaign up here. Okay, so if we kind of look at this, and let me just see, this is kind of a new tool, haven't really used before, but if we kind of select this all, I'm just gonna delete it. Okay, so if we look at this, this is kind of how the process starts, okay? If we're coming in, we're gonna initially have the lead gen to, this is our cold market right here, right? Okay, and typically you always want new leads coming in because you always want to be expanding and growing your network, because the average person, they sell or buy a home every, I think it was like 7 to 10 years in the last stats I saw. Okay, so every 7 to 10 years. So if you have a network of 1,000 people, every 7 to 10 years, you just gotta, like, it's every sales, everything is a numbers game, right? So you just gotta build this network, build this audience, and then you can go through, and once you have this audience, you can remarket, okay? And then you can even, like, part of this remarketing is getting them, helping them buy or sell their home, or just getting the referrals, okay? So setting up the referral campaigns and helping, like, hey, I've got this new listing. Do you know anyone that's looking to purchase a home in the area, or whatever? Okay, so now you might break even right here, okay? You might break even. But honestly, in real estate, you guys have the biggest advantage ever in the world, that anytime you have a transaction go through, you make so much money on that transaction that even with this lead generation, you could spend, like, the average person that I talk to makes anywhere between $5,000 to $15,000 per transaction, right? I mean, that's pretty typical. So technically, you could spend on this cold lead generation $5,000 to $15,000 just to make that one deal go through. And then if you're going through and doing remarketing, you're doing referrals, you're making all of your money on the back end here. Okay, and that's how all businesses do it. If you think about, like, McDonald's, they go through and they have some deal of, like, hey, selling you a hamburger, and they'll give you some, like, really big discount. And then they'll actually lose money on that promo of getting you in to buy the hamburger. Then they'll say, hey, do you want a fries and drink with that? Okay, and so that's their back end marketing right here. So once you have that list of leads, once you have that network, once you have that following, and you don't even really need a big following, which is a cool thing, okay? There's so much money over here that you can go through and even just break even on this side. So when people go through and they spend like $100 on advertising in real estate, and they're like, oh, I didn't have a deal go through. I'm like, well, you spent $100, right? Like, if you were to spend $100 to make a $5,000, I don't know any other industry that can actually make that happen, right? Like, I mean, I go through, we've got like our $50 or $60 month plan, and then we've got our $200 a month plan. And like, to get somebody to sign up on one of those, it's gonna cost like several hundreds of dollars just to get somebody to sign up on one of those. Where right out of the gate, you can make this big old return on the front end. So like, even if you had to spend $1,000, and the cool thing is with Facebook is with this advanced marketing stuff, you could go through and generate leads for like $1 to $3 per lead on average. So if you're spending $1,000, that's like 300 to 1,000 leads right there, right? And then you can just kind of have, once they get into that market, they're in your network, and you can remarket to them, you can blast them out, you can have these remarketing ads of uploading that data and just targeting those people with $1 a day, or blasting out an email, or doing some of these different things. And this is so powerful, guys. So anyway, guys, I hope this kind of made sense, because it's a little bit, the drawing and all that stuff I know is not great, but it's all about getting more leads into your business right here, and then growing this network over here until it's like, you know, you got 10,000 people on your list, and then 20,000, or however big your community is, or like, you know, your city where you live, because like obviously in Dallas or something like that, a big city, you could have a lot of people there. Okay, so anyway, then as you're going through adding value and you've got this right here, this could turn into a couple of deals every single month. So anyway, guys, hopefully that was helpful. If you guys have questions on any of that, I'm more than happy to go through and break it down a little bit more. Obviously, I didn't dive into Facebook and show you the different strategies. I'll also link to some of the different videos on that, because I've already kind of gone through and shown how to do the lead gen, the cold, and then also the remarketing to your existing list that you have, that network, and also the referral campaigns of connecting with other influencers like mortgage brokers, title people, and all that stuff. So I'll link that right down in the description. And if you guys like this video, go ahead and hit like and comment. Let me know what, like, if this made sense. If you guys have questions or anything I can help with, then also make sure you subscribe, because we've got a new video releasing daily at 8 a.m. And anyway, we're sharing the latest real estate lead gen sales tactics. And I went to lunch with a couple of real estate experts, or people who have been in the industry for like 15, 20 years, talking about sales techniques. I went to lunch the other day, so I'm going to try to bring some of those guys on and share some different sales tactics. I'm not a realtor. I come from more of the lead gen marketing side of things to help you guys out, but I also want to bring in some of the sales tactics, because I know a lot of people, I get the questions a lot like, okay, once you generate the lead, what's the best way to close that person? What's the best way to follow up? The best way to do all that stuff. So I want to bring you guys the best value, so you guys have know kind of the path to really take to succeed. So anyway, hit that subscribe button, guys, if you guys like this, if you guys want to see more content just like this. Also like, comment, let me know what you guys thinking. And thanks so much, and I'll see you guys on the channel tomorrow. Thanks, guys.